Shirt sleeve order in here this morning. The sun is beating down, and if one thing the world will understand after these games is why we're obsessed with the weather. When you open your curtains in the morning, you just don't know what to expect. We've got the decathlon continuing, the 4x400 metres men. They try to qualify for the final, and also the women's high jump qualification. And alongside me, as ever, it's good morning to Denise Lewis and Colin Jackson. But let's look back now and chat about that 200 metres. We were all incredibly excited about it. I think we thought she was going to run a bit faster, didn't we?
I think we hoped.
We
really did.
Good evening and welcome to live Diamond League athletics from Lausanne in Switzerland. If you're still suffering from PODS, that's post-Olympic depression syndrome. Apparently, Colin, it's a recognisable condition. Then you've chosen the right place to be for the next 2 hours with Colin and I. We've got 19 Olympic champions on show, 53 medalists in total from London. And well, it's going to be, I think, a super event. We've got the 400-metre hurdles coming up. Usain Bolt, obviously, a little bit later on. But let's concentrate on this race first of all. Perry Shake straight and going in lane 3. She's got the Olympic champion, Anne Chook, outside. It's quite a frank assessment there for Martin Rooney of his performance, Colin. And we do get frustrated, don't we? Because he does have a lot of talent and keeps on not producing.
Yeah, for him, you can imagine how frustrating it is. If we're frustrated, you know, for himself as an athlete, you always want to be able to produce your best. And when you're kind of tied in your body and that stops you from doing ultimately what you can do, it is annoying to say the least. But you know what? You'll go back into the boardroom, you'll think about what has happened this season and just try and make things that were wrong right, and the things that are right, keep them there.
Okay, we're going to go to the men's high jump now, catch up with what's happening there. Obviously, Robbie Grabar's involved in this, but this is Donald Thomas of Bahamas, former world champion.
Well, that blind long jump and indeed the blind triple jump we saw yesterday is fascinating. Big hit, I think. I mean, I've sat and watched some triple jump competitions and long jump competitions, and they're not that interesting, even though I did it. But you can never take you can never take your eye off it when they're doing the F11, F12, can you, Danny?
It's absolutely stunning. I don't think there'd be a triple jumper or a long jumper who at some stage hasn't come a cropper on the edge of the pit, and when they go, it's just your heart stops when they start coming off the runway because the officials are sitting there. There's so much clutter around for them to hit.
I think they need to change that. I seriously do. I mean, they've just got it set up like, you know, a regular long or triple jump competition. There's marks, the officials are sitting down, there's boards along the side. I mean, you just feel that, you know, there needs to be some modification. I think a good performance there from Gemma and from Gabby.
Great performance.
Well, from fencing now to cycling, and of course great success in the velodrome. The action has now moved to Brands Hatch with the road races, and Ned Bolting is over there. He can tell us what's been happening.
It's hard to believe that it's just a week since the closing ceremony of the Paralympic Games, the end of London 2012, and a summer of sport the like of which we will probably never see again. It's a really tough act to follow, but if any event can do it, I think this one probably can. Welcome to highlights of the 2012 Great North Run.
Historically, Glasgow's East End has been dominated by that place, Celtic Park, home to the green side of one of the world's greatest sporting rivalries. Now, though, it's got company in the shape of this place, the magnificent new Sir Chris Hoy Velodrome, as the city gears up for the Commonwealth Games in 2014. And given what happened in London's East End this last summer, Glasgow may well have found itself yet another sporting mecca.
And Sir Chris Hoy is here in his eponymous velodrome. Chris, I mean, I get emotional watching that. How do you feel?
Well, you can't beat a good montage, can you? And
you can't. But that music's a killer.
It's nice to have so many happy memories, and what an amazing summer it's been. But it's just incredible to be here in Glasgow at the track and to see the crowd really getting into it, and to be finally in the velodrome that's named after me. It's a huge honour.
Well, indeed, it's like named after you, a massive honour. It's a bit weird.
It is weird. I tell you what's weird is being here and not competing.
We saw Victoria Pendleton there in that montage. She is retired. You're absolutely not retired, are you?
No, not yet. The winner.
We're from Kieran to another one of your events, the men's sprint, the team sprint, with Ed Clancy trying to step in and fill your man's shoes here. Welcome to our final athletics coverage of the calendar year, and what a calendar 2012 will make. In athletics terms, though, it's the start of a new season and indeed a new Olympic cycle. There is no more road to London now, it is the road to Rio. But whichever way you look at it, the European Cross Country Championships has always been a happy hunting ground for the British team.